Tumelo returned home to spearhead the Investec Cape Town Art Fair's rise on the international art scene. He became an artist to comment on 80s South Africa and went on to an impressive career in the US. He's now an independent curator in New York.
Tumelo, what is curating and what criteria need to be met for an art fair like this, which is described as the largest of its kind on the continent?
As a curator, you really are an interlocutor between, the public and the artists. And so it is about trying to find ways of creating meaning, providing a knowledge for people to understand the work of art.
Art in its nature is subjective. So in your opinion, what makes great art?
It's not always we know we're in the presence of great art, but what we do know is how the work can affect us in that moment. But also realizing that it's also something that you can live with, that gives you inspiration, joy, happiness, and also just makes you think about the world in a different way.
South Africa's Kimathi Mafafo was exhibiting as part of Solo, a special project of the fair dedicated to women artists and their way of interpreting relevant issues.
Kimathi, tell us about your work.
My work is well on canvas and expanded with embroidery. In my work, I tell stories of black women who are dominated by men and they don't have much power. In this story, I'm telling a voiceless woman and she's withdrawing herself and having a comfort space, but she doesn't realize there's so much beauty happening. There's so much she can do.
What inspires you?
My life story, what's happening in my life, and stories of other women that I meet around, and I feel like I should give them voices and tell the story to empower them.
Painter, video artist and sculptor Januario Jano works between Luanda, London and Lisbon and honors the women in his life.
Januario, tell us about your work.
My work tells the stories about my memories, my childhood memories, my family, my ethnic group, where I come from. I'm Bundu from Angola region because I've been brought up by my grandma, and I have heritage and appropriate sometimes things that she used to do it and apply that to my art practice.
So your grandmother inspires you?
Always. This is all about them, about those women. They brought up me and they give me a lot because everything I am today is because of them.
The art of Stellenbosch painter and sculptor MARLENE STEYN uses familiar, everyday objects in a way that reflects our unconscious thoughts.
MARLENE, tell us about your creation here.
What you're seeing here is the installation where I really try to investigate and transcend subjectivity. You have these hands creating, they are morphing, and they are almost like the cacti that you're seeing growing. And I'm interested in a female subjectivity that is more than just what we stereotypically think of when we think about a female. I want to unsettle the outlines we draw around ourselves and really make a figure who expands, who's unashamed and who's celebrated.
Tumelo's talent is to see these works from both the artist's and the viewer's perspective and to ensure that they communicate with each other.
What advice would you give to artists wanting to forge a career from their artistic talent?
Believe in yourself, believe in what you do, and give it 100%, because I think the art world is very tough and it takes a lot to make it through. So you have to be true to yourself and make the work and let it speak for itself.
Art is a conversation through images in a language which keeps changing. So a curator, like a good translator, is worth their weight in gold.